Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a homemaking video, so stay tuned just to hear a little bit more about faith and family. Hello friends. Hi. Today is just a regular homemaking day because I have a lot to do.
Like feed your baby.
Exhibit A.
Come on.
Right now we're making breakfast and yeah, just a lot to do. So first let me say that I recorded this video almost 2 weeks ago now, and I have just not had a chance to post it because life lately has been extremely busy, but I am going to get better at making videos and posting them shortly after. I think I'm just trying to be perfect, and that's not always possible, especially when you have multiple kids. Anyway, right here I'm just making a sandwich. Normally the egg is bigger than this, but the pan that I used was smaller, so this is how I made 2 sandwiches for my girls. They homeschool with me. I also have a son. He wasn't home this day, or he came home later or something like that. I can't exactly remember. I just know he wasn't home for breakfast, but my husband was home right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make some coffee for myself and get to cleaning up the kitchen. It wasn't too bad. I just, as you can see, I got groceries, so I'm just putting up the groceries. I have towels on the table that were folded because I washed them, and I just, for whatever reason, threw them on the counter and folded them really quickly before taking them to where they're supposed to be. And I'm distributing the groceries where they're supposed to go, and yeah, just getting ready for my day. But y'all, let me tell you something. I had a huge enlightenment recently. I was just laying in bed and just asking God to help me. I'm like, God, I just really need you to help me. And I believe the Holy Spirit spoke to me and just said, I'm sending someone to help you. And I came across this video, so random, and what the person was saying just made so much sense, to just ask God for wisdom. So I'm really excited about this journey, and my goal and my purpose, I feel like my purpose is just to help mothers in life. I also feel I can help singles, even though this is a completely different dating world, I feel like, than when I was in the dating world. But my mother probably could say the same thing about when I was dating, and so on and so forth. But I definitely have some experience in my single years, and just what I did just to stay busy. And I did a lot with my church. We traveled a lot. We were just on the road. I did a lot of praying, fasting, and just a lot of different things. And so I think that is one of the main reasons I'm really enjoying motherhood, because I really enjoyed being single. And there's nothing wrong to get married at a young age. Obviously, that just was not my path. My path was someone who got married at a later age in life. There are people that get married much later than 27, but I was married at 27. I had my first child at 29. So yeah, just started my journey a little bit later, but I'm definitely a testimony that God will still bless no matter what age you have your first child. Even if you only have 1 child or 2 children, God will still bless. But for my path, it's definitely unique. I feel like, well, we all could say our paths are unique, right? But I'm really enjoying this journey, and so I really feel like I can help mothers just come up with nice systems for your home, and teaching about how we do this in our home. Of course, I'm still adjusting because I just had a baby 7 months ago, so adjusting to that, as well as not having as much income, and just how we live our daily lives. Now, I do have 3 homeschoolers right now. 2 are in childcare, and then I have my 7-month-old who will be starting childcare on Monday. And to be honest, if I had help in the home, like an adult or something that was able to help me, I probably would have all 6 children home. But being that I don't, I do take my younger 3 to childcare just for right now. It just helps me out. Listen, you have to do whatever you have to do. If you need all of your kids to be in school and childcare, do what's best for you. Mental health is a very important thing, and I think sometimes we try to be like other people, and we look at other people and think, well, if they're doing this, then I should be able to do it. But that's not always the case. And so for me right now, it's just not wise mentally for me to have the younger 3 at home, because for one, we chose to homeschool. And then the other part of that is that the people that the childcare that they attend it's a very small childcare. I trust them wholeheartedly. I've said this in older videos, they're not like a Christian based daycare, but they do have Christians there. So it's still a good environment for the younger three to be in. They are learning a lot, like things that I probably could, I'm sure I could teach them, right? With the mental state that I'm in, sometimes I'm not able right now, so I'm trying to focus more on the older three and just spending that quality time with them as well as teaching them. Now, of course, we are not traditional homeschool because they attend school virtually, they have online classes, but also with that, they're only in class for an hour a day, and sometimes it's less than an hour. So with that being said, a lot of their school, they still complete their tasks online. Now, they do have pre-recorded lessons with the other classes, but they still needed my assistance. So in a way, we're considered learning coaches, but we are teaching as well. So even though it's not traditional homeschool, we're still teaching. It's just a different style. I know a lot of people are not familiar with online schooling. Like, I just thought online school was like college somewhat, and I was unsure about it. And then I had a friend who was homeschooling her child, but he's like in middle school, so it's a little bit different. But I feel like with the younger ages, you definitely have to be more hands-on. So there's that. But we also have like homeschooling apps. I have not really learned more about them just now. Right here, I'm just kind of cleaning these areas that you don't always pay attention to. And then you look at it and you're like, ew, that's disgusting. I don't know if you all have this issue with your walls, especially when you have like lighter painted walls and you have children. Things spill, or a lot of times it's just spills, like just random things that spill, and then you look and you're like, how did it get all the way up there? And then sometimes it's because somebody dropped something and it just reached up to the highest mountain. I mean, it's clearly not at the top of the door, but yeah, you just never know where these things come from. But it's just always important to look around your house and make sure things are being kept, because you just never know, like a random spill or something could just happen and it's all over your wall, and you just, yeah. But anyway, being that my 7-month-old starts childcare Monday, hopefully we'll be able to find a homeschooling app that we can just go to attend. Like, my kids are still very social, but I would like for them to have more opportunities, especially my girls and my son. I'm trying to find some type of online income, and so that's basically what I'm focusing on. But I also want to create videos that people want to see, that maybe you all can learn from. If you have some ideas of things that you would like to see from me, please let me know. I know I'm very new, so it's like, okay, what can you teach me? But whatever you want to see, just let me know. If you have any ideas, drop them in the comments below, and I will do my best to show you all just how I navigate through life as a mother of 6. Now, people ask me all the time, how do you do it? And I think the short answer to this question is you just have to. Like, there's no one else that's going to do it unless you pay someone. And we are definitely not in a financial situation to pay anyone right now. So I have to do it all, and I have to find ways to do these things. So a lot of times I've always been a writer, like especially when it comes to learning or planning. I like to write things down. My husband actually bought me a tablet where it has like a film or a paper-like feel, so it feels like you're writing on paper, because he knows that I like to write. So even though I use my notes, I use Notion, I use different things, I still like to write things down a lot as well. It's just a thing that I like to do. I remember better when I write things down, so I like to write. But with that being said, it comes with a plan. Like, if you don't have a plan in place for your home, then it can be challenging to complete certain tasks because you didn't write it down or you didn't put it anywhere. So having a plan in place is always important. There's a scripture in Habakkuk, I want to say it's Habakkuk 3, but I'll put it up. It just talks about write the vision and make it plain. And, you know, a lot of us are different types of learners, right? But for me, having things written down helps me to remember, and then it just also gives me something to go by. So when I write down the plan for the day. It definitely helps to complete certain tasks, because otherwise I'll just find myself saying I need to do this, and this, and then I won't actually get to it because it wasn't written down and I'm trying to do multiple things at one time. So one thing that has really helped me, where we started meal prepping when we can, but now I have a better idea of how to do it, so it's working. And here's another one, doing my girls' hair. Like, it's something that I have to plan because I have 3 girls, and our hair is not just something that you can just throw something together. Like, I have to plan what I want to do, the style that I want to do. Of course, I could just put their hair in ponytails too. That'll be fine. But then I'll have to redo it every day. So I prefer to braid it just because it helps. So as you can see, I've braided my oldest girl's hair, and y'all, she just volunteered to clean our bathroom. Like, I had no idea, literally no idea that she was recording. I asked her if she could just go clean the countertop for me, take the stuff off and put it on our bathroom, because that's normally where I put everything when I'm cleaning the counter and the mirror. I'll just put everything on the bathroom tub. And so she went ahead and did that, but then she proceeded to clean. And I really think she just really wanted to spray the mirror and clean the mirror, but she actually went and cleaned everything in the bathroom. There was a little hair that I noticed still around the top, but for the most part, she did really good. So yeah, I'm very proud of her, because I definitely was not expecting this at all, because I really don't ask too much of my kids. I ask them to help, just clean up things on the floor. But my kids love to help. They love to cook. They love to clean up. Of course, it's not all the time. Sometimes I might ask them to, pick up things on the floor, things like that. But there are just times where they volunteer. And I know each of their strengths. I have one daughter, she loves to help cook. Even though they all like to help cook, there's one of my daughters, she's always offering her up. It's my middle girl. And then Grace, which is the one right here, she loves to help with cleaning and organizing. That is her strength. And then my youngest baby girl, I'm not really sure yet, but I know she likes to help me make the bed. As a matter of fact, she helped me make my bed this morning because I wanted to switch out my sheets. So she helped me take the sheets off and put them back on. She really enjoys things like that. So I guess another tip is just to learn what your kids' strengths are and work on them with that. And it just helps them be a better person overall. And I try to keep that in mind, especially when raising kids. It's I'm raising little humans. What I do now is going to shape their future. How I discipline them, how I parent them, it's all shaping their future. And it's just something very important to remember. But I definitely don't encourage children spraying this much. She sprayed way too much. I was like, oh my goodness, girl. And this is why I try to get the more natural cleaning products. These are some that we just had. Now I'm still going to use this, but I do prefer the natural cleaning products just for this purpose if they want to clean, because I also still have a 7-month-old baby, so I try to keep it as clean as possible. Just right now we've been focusing more on other purchases, so I've been using what we have. But when I purchase again, I really like Everspring. It's at Target. I like Method. I'm not really sure if Method is natural, but I know it's better than using some of the other cleaners. But anyway, I really want to go back to meal prep and how it has really changed a lot for me, because they have to eat. That's something that has to be done, but we also have to do laundry. But I feel for us, meal prep is probably the most important thing that I do for our family, because again, we have to eat. When they come home, if there's no food, then what are we gonna do? So having meals planned out helps, and having everything cooked helps. Now this week the meal prep was a little different because I only prepared meals for 3 days, and I prepared just enough for us to have leftovers for those of us who are at home during the day. And so with that being said, Thursday I'll be cooking because I really want chicken wings, and I just prefer them to be fresh. So we're gonna have fresh air fried wings, and I'm really looking forward to that because I haven't had wings in a little while now. So anyway, but yeah, meal prepping definitely helps tremendously if you can. Now I would like to share more meal prep videos. I've been sharing more so our meal prep videos on our family channel, just because we kind of sort of do it as a family. This yesterday when I meal prepped, my older 2 girls helped me. My middle girl, she helped me prepare the zuppa toscano because she liked to help, of course. And then my oldest girl, Grace, she helped me prepare the taco meat. because tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. So we're having nacho fries tomorrow, and then we'll have a zuppa toscano on Wednesday. And then yesterday we just had like, it was more so a southern meal, like what one would consider a Sunday dinner. I had roast beef, turkey legs, mixed vegetables, and my husband really wanted the Red Lobster biscuits, so we made him some of that. And then we had cookies for our dessert. So it worked out really well. But let me tell you something, ladies, if you can meal prep, it helps tremendously for family. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just as long as you have something prepared. Like, you can make pork and beans and like, we prefer to do it on Sundays, but my husband's schedule is a little busy, and then I just kind of got backed up. I couldn't get the groceries like I wanted to. It was just a lot going on, so I ended up meal prepping yesterday. But if you could meal prep on Sunday, it will help you tremendously. But anyway, I hope all of these tips help. I know I feel like I was probably all over the place, but I really just wanted to put something out. So next time I'll probably focus more on one specific topic. If you have anything that you would like for me to share, just let me know, and I'll do my best to get a video out on it soon. I do have more content coming. I really just, like I said, I really just wanted to get this video out because I have been sitting on it for a while, and I feel like my daughter has definitely took over this last part of this video. But hey, I think she did an awesome job, so I really wanted to show you all, because like I said, I was definitely not expecting this at all. When I got my phone, I was like, oh my goodness, Grace, thank you, because I was still cleaning up the kitchen, and I guess I should have noticed it, but I didn't even realize I wasn't recording myself anymore. So yeah, anyway, I'll also do better with getting before and after shots like she did. So kudos to Grace, she did a really good job. Thanks for watching.